What's up, Keep Pounding crew? We're back today with another video. Keep pounding! Today's topic is the Broncos versus the Panthers. Post game. If you like the video, if you like the channel, hit the like button, hit the sub button, hit the bell, select all, and leave a comment down below. Let's dive on in. Now, this game, we're going to go down the grading scale as we usually do. And we're going to start with quarterback Teddy Bridgewater. Now, there's going to be a lot of frustrated people with Teddy Bridgewater today. Especially me. You know, I saw him hold on to the ball too long. I saw him force a lot of passes when there were wide open people. I mean, it was just frustrating to watch. It really, really was. I shouldn't say especially me, I should say including me. Because I'm going to tell you, some of this was on the offensive line, but the rest of it was on Teddy. And he's taking responsibility for it each and every week, as he should. But that 16-yard sack. Yikes. Yikes. You gotta get rid of that ball, Teddy. You know better than that. And honestly, I don't think PJ Walker would have done anything differently in that situation. He would have taken that sack as well. For those that are wondering about whether we should have put PJ in. And here's the thing, man. Like, you know, both of them are game managers. That's who they are. That's who they're always going to be. If you're expecting anything bigger than that, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time and you're wasting your energy. That's who they are. Now, keeping that in mind, do we need a new quarterback? That's a debate for everybody in the comments section. I'm going to say no. Do we need someone to replace Will Grier? Yes. That's my comments on the situation on that. Now, we're looking at yet another scoreless first quarter. We get 3 points in the third quarter. This offense just... It was like, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, and then it sputtered out. And then we try again. I think I can, I can't. Nope. 3 and out. I think I can. Nope. 3 and out. It's like, come on, guys. Come on now. And we'll get to the offensive line a little bit later. But I want to highlight Cam Newton right now for New England versus Teddy. And Cam didn't do much better. He put up 3 points. So for anyone thinking, oh, we should have kept Cam. I know that conversation is coming. I know it is in my comments. Because it's in everybody's comments on YouTube right now. It's everywhere. But it's inevitable. So I had to address it. But, you know, Teddy, even though he played bad, still hit 30 out of 40 passes. 30 out of 40 passes, 283 yards. He's not a bad quarterback. He's just a game manager, guys. He is who we think he is when we brought him in. So, for those that want to completely throw Teddy under the bus, that's who he is. Now, keeping all of that in mind, I saw some good passes, I saw some bad passes, so I'm giving him a B minus. I did see some really good effort, and I may upgrade that to a B because of the run plays that he had. So I will do that right now, actually. And taking that into account, that's where the offensive line comes in, and we'll talk about them once we get to that grade. But running back, B plus. Mike Davis doing everything you've asked of him. What more do you want? Wide receiver, B plus. Now I did see some routes that these guys were just not getting open on, and it's making it difficult for Teddy to throw the ball to him. But overall, they're making their catches. So you can't really complain there. They're getting the job done. Tight end, B plus. Ian Thomas caught the ball at least 2 times out of 3 today. Good job by him. We finally threw to him a little bit. And actually, it was 3 catches out of 4. Excuse me on that. But it looked good. He looked solid. No reason to complain there. Happy with that. Offensive line, C plus. Here's where we get into the nitty gritty. All right. I'm going to name 2 people off this line that I thought were really not getting it done today. And we all know what 2 players they are because it's the same 2 players every week. And it's not a surprise. Chris Reed and Russell Okung. It's the same 2 every week. Not getting it done. Chris Reed gives up a sack. And Russell Okung lets go of some blocks, gives up some pressures, and I think he even gave up a sack as well. I mean, these 2, I've been patient with Okung because he's been in the league for a while. But Chris Reed has just been garbage all year round. All year round. I've been saying it. And I like him as a person. I do. I like him as a person. But on the field, trash level of play, buddy. That ain't going to get it done. Now, who do I think should be in there? Who do I think should be in there? You're going to find out. That would be Mr. Trent Scott at left guard. At left tackle, my mistake. Left tackle. Trent Scott comes in and does a better job than Russell Okung does the entire game in less than 10 snaps. Now somebody tell me why Russell Okung is still our captain. Please, somebody tell me. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Captain status has to go to somebody that actually does their job correctly. In this instance, Russell Okung does not. He has not gotten it done. Chris Reed has not gotten it done. And the person we really need back is Dennis Daly. Dennis Daly, if we can get him back, and I'm not sold on Sheffield either, but if we get Dennis Daly back, I feel like we'll be okay. Now, here's where things get interesting. We've got Taylor Moton that needs to be resigned. Nobody's talked to him. Nobody's gotten on the phone with him. Why not? We need to re-sign him. Why haven't we? Moving on. Defensive end, we got some pressure, but not enough. This is the Denver Broncos, for goodness sakes. If we can't get enough pressure on the Denver Broncos, how are we supposed to get pressure on the Saints? How are we supposed to get pressure on the Packers? And those are the next two coming up. You know? Not to mention Washington. Good old Washington. If we can't get pressure on all three of those teams, how do we expect to stop these offenses? I don't get it. But we got enough pressure on them that it made a significant difference. And I rated a B. So, moving on. Defensive tackle B. I mean, you got Gross Matos out there getting the job done. You got to be happy with him. You got to be happy with Derek Brown. He's getting the job done. And, I mean, Effie Obata's getting the job done at defensive end as well. Which I'm really happy that this man is a starter now. Wise decision, Matt. Very wise decision. You will not regret this. And that decision already paid off for you. Because look at what Effie did today. I mean, come on. Come on. You got to be happy with Effie, man. He almost got a scoop and score, man. He was that close. He was that close. But very happy with him. Very happy indeed. And linebacker, we're looking at Shaq. Shaq did some work today, man. Very happy with that. I like that Jermaine Carter was our starter today over Tahir Whitehead. We made the right decision there. And you got to see a little bit of Adrius Taylor as well. Adrius Taylor actually got better numbers than Carter did today. So that's something to look at. That's a good battle right there. So let's move on to corner C+. This is where it starts to get juicy on the defense because good old Douglas. Rasul Douglas. I'm going to tell you something, man. When you get burned 3 times on a long go route, and one of those times was by Jerry Jeudy, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Because Jerry Jeudy even dropped a screen pass earlier on in the game. We're looking at Jerry Jeudy, who has like 30-some catches out of 50 targets. Like, are you kidding me? You got burned by that? Come on, bro. And not only that, he got burnt 3 times in this game. Not to mention the 2 touchdowns he gave up against the last team that we played, Minnesota Vikings. So, I'm starting to wonder about Douglas. I don't like Troy Pride Jr. either. And honestly, Stanley Thomas Oliver, I don't know. That's a big question mark there. I want to see a little bit more of Stanley. Let's see what he can do. I'd like to see a little bit of Natrell Damerson out at corner. Let's see what he can do. Because Corn Elder's not the answer either. Dante is well, Dante. Let's be real. He had a few pass deflections, but overall, not too bad of a game. Not too bad. I can't complain about Dante. When he plays pretty well, you got to give him his dibs. You got to give him his dibs. But I honestly think Dante is probably our best corner at the moment. That's just my opinion. Some people might argue Cornelder, but it's definitely not Douglas at this point. Everyone that's watched Douglas knows that this man is not. He's on the decline. It's obvious he's on the decline. Unless he can prove differently. I would love to see him prove differently. He's got 3 games. Prove me wrong. But, and if you prove me wrong, that's a good thing in most of these cases. Because when you prove me wrong, good things happen on negative things that I've said. So, let's get into Trey Boston. B+ game from him. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Jeremy Chin, of course. Strong safety position. Just flying all over the field, getting stuff done. I mean, Jeremy Chin, what more do you want? I mean, he's rookie defensive player of the month twice in a row. What more do you want? The guy's amazing. The guy's incredible. He actually forced that fumble that Effie picked up. So, way to go. Way to go, Jeremy. I can't say enough good things about this man. Special teams, B+. I love the squib kick that we got. We pinned him down at the 7-yard line. That was good. I was not happy with Jamerson with the holding call. And we just got to get it figured out, on special teams. We're not quite there yet. But we'll get it figured out, I'm sure. Stupid mistakes, we got to prevent the stupid mistakes. And that one in particular cost us a lot of yards. Because the return got us to midfield, and the holding penalty knocked us all the way back to the 27. Then we go 3 and out, and then the 4th down fails to convert. And let me tell you something. Those first 3 on that last 3 and out were on a Russell Okung. That wasn't on Teddy. That was on Russell Okung. All 3 of them. And then the 4th down play was on Teddy. I want to make that perfectly clear. Because when you go back and look at those particular plays right there, that was Russell Okung all day. Missing his tackles, just letting go of a block. It just looked bad. It looked real bad, Russell. It looked real bad. Got to get that together, buddy. Coaching, B. I liked where Matt Rule let Teddy take the delay of game penalty. It's the only way to teach him. If he's going to keep running down the play clock like that, that's the only way to teach him. Save your timeouts. Use them where we can actually take advantage of them and use them correctly. By that token, I was not thrilled that we had to use our first timeout in the first half just to talk to Shaq. Because of communication errors. Not happy with that. So we got to iron out these communication errors and issues and make sure that everybody's on the same page. Otherwise, we're going to keep encountering that issue, and it's going to possibly keep costing us timeouts. So, and also, I have to keep taking off points from coaching because we lack discipline. We lack execution. We lack the smarts for the game. And I like Matt Rule as a coach, but the major reason I'm taking off points for Matt Rule this week is because I watched a presser of him, and one question in particular got my attention, and I want everybody to pay attention to this because it's important. He was asked, did you get a chance to watch the Arizona Cardinals 2015 championship game, and what did you notice versus our team now? What adjustments would... I'm paraphrasing right now because I don't know for sure exactly what he asked, but you get the general gist of the question, right? So his answer was nothing substantial. Really? So you're going to sit here and tell me you watched through the entire championship 2015 game against the Arizona Cardinals and you found no substantial differences between that team and this one in 2020? Things that make you go, ladies and gentlemen. I don't like that. I don't like that. And I could go on an entire video of time as far as what differences that we have versus that team. But I'll save that for later. Right now, we're only focused on this game. Play calling, C+. We're only using 2/3 of the offensive playbook because of the offensive line, because the wide receivers are not getting open, because Teddy Bridgewater is Teddy Bridgewater, and because of the fact that we don't have what we need. That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to, folks, on offense. And defensively, Phil Snow, we all know this zone defense is not working. Come on, Phil. It's obvious at this point. It's not working. It's just not working. We may have the best tackling team numbers-wise in the league, or one of the best, but how many catches do we allow? No one asked that question. Number 2, when you look at the stat of us having the best time of possession, what have we done with that time of possession? No one's asking that question either. And yet, we are still sitting there with losses on the board. We're being outcoached. That's what it is. We're being outcoached. But this is a rebuilding team. Have faith. Not in Phil Snow, but have faith in the team in general. Now, tackling, B-. I saw some missed tackles. I saw some made tackles. Overall, I can't complain about that. But let me tell you one thing that I did notice. The lack of pass deflections versus other teams in the league. The last 2 weeks, we have ramped it up We've gotten a couple of this week as well. But we're nowhere even close. Nowhere even remotely close team-wise on pass deflections versus the rest of the league. It's not even close. We're sitting near the bottom of the league on that. You know why? Zone defense. We're not attacking the wide receivers. We're not playing up on the wide receivers. We're not getting aggressive enough. That's execution. Comes down to execution, and that's one of the things that the 2015 team did right that we aren't doing. So, something to work on. We have a whole list of things to work on, but that's just on the list. You know what I mean? But, again, we are a rebuilding team. It's going to take 3 years. This is a marathon, not a sprint. If you want an instantly win team, you come to the wrong team this year. This is the wrong year for that. We don't do instant win with this crew. It's going to take some time. We're going to go through some growing pains. It is what it is, you know? And I hate to say this, man, but we're in a position where we have no choice. So let's talk draft order. The Jets will be number 1. Jacksonville will be number 2 potentially. And Cincinnati will be number 3. Now, Dallas is winning today. I see them going up in the draft order. I see the Chargers and Philadelphia both winning at least one game. So they will go up. That means we have a shot at the top 5 draft pick, and we're battling Atlanta, and we're battling Denver, and we're battling Detroit. I see all three of these teams, with the exception of Denver now, since we just lost to Denver. Denver goes up. So now we battle Atlanta and Detroit for a top 5 draft spot. Both of those teams will lose out on all of those games. I just have that feeling right now. So, and as we speak, as I'm recording this, Detroit is actually losing to Green Bay. So, keeping that in mind, we're looking for a top 5 draft pick. There's a strong chance we get one. You know, I'm leaning towards strong chance right now. If we do, we need a left tackle. We need a guard. We cannot skip out on either one of those positions in the first round. If we do, we are shooting ourselves in the foot automatically for 2021 and 22. We're just ensuring that more injuries happen on the offensive line. So, keeping that in mind, we got Green Bay coming up. We got Washington coming up. We've got the Saints coming up. Now is the time to see what's on this roster. Check them out. See what we got. Said it last week and I'm saying it again. We got to try out all these players, or we're just wasting our time. We're wasting energy. We're wasting precious clock time. So, the only way you're going to find out how good these players are is if you put them on the field. You can't find out if they're on the bench for 3 weeks. So, you want to know? Put them out there. And players, please use your head. I don't want to see any more stupid penalties. like the Jamerson penalty or the penalty by Carter after he made the tackle and taunting somebody. Come on, man. Use your heads. Let's be smart. And that's all I've got to say about this game. I do want to read off one more stat that I thought was important about this game. And that is the fact that we had 365 total yards given up to Denver versus our 370. They had one turnover. We both had 22, 23 first downs. The difference is, what are we doing with that time of possession? What are we doing with the time that we were given? Ask yourselves that, Panthers. Keep pounding.